So the game, as I currently see it, will be a blacksmithing game. So you're the blacksmith, and there will be a crafting component and a kind of learning loop, where like a simulation loop, where the heroes that come to your shop and buy items of you, they go on the adventure, and you will see how they did. So that when they come around next time, or another hero comes around next time and they tell you, hey, I'm gonna go and try and beat that dungeon, you know already kind of what to expect and what they might need. So there's this meta loop of trying to understand what items work against what monsters in what circumstances. So you're getting better at equipping your customers efficiently. And then there's the other loop that I'm currently testing with the cards, which is about crafting and how we can make crafting more interesting than just having a recipe and then clicking on it, and either you have the materials or you don't, because I find that boring. So I've had a couple of cards printed. These are basically designs I made based on a couple of first ideas on how the crafting system could play. And I just wanted to kind of get a feel for how do they look and how do they feel if they are kind of properly printed. It's really nice, you can shuffle them really well. I had a couple of experiments where I just printed on thin paper and that was no good. But it's obviously a problem if you have to print them for every iteration of the rules. That kind of defeats the purpose of paper prototyping, where the idea is to be able to iterate faster than if you were prototyping in code. So if I have to send an order every time I change the rules, that would not be good. So that's why I also printed just a lot of blank cards, and I need to figure out how exactly I will use them. This is how the game currently works. Your board is the anvil, which has a number of slots. I haven't marked them here, but I currently play with 5. You have 2 draw piles. One contains resources like metal and wood, and the other contains skills and recipes. You draw from both piles, either at a fixed ratio, or you get to choose. That is to be determined as of yet. And I've now drawn 2 metals, a grip and a blade. Since I got 5 anvil slots, I'll just add all of them. No need to throw anything out yet. Okay, now let's draw again. I'll add the bronze to the anvil, and then use this skill here to merge the 2 steel bars into one to make A, more room, and B, improve their attributes. And this wood I'll later merge into the grip, but I need one more for that. Now I'll use the steel and the bronze to craft the blade, which requires 2 metals. So this card turns from a recipe to an actual weapon part. Now I just need to keep my eyes out for some more wood. There, got it. And I can use this to finish the grip and then combine the grip and the blade to craft a weapon and be done. Or alternatively, I can keep going and try to improve these further, or add another component for a high quality item. It's still pretty grim to be in the camper outside with the doors open. It gets really cold. There's a lot of wind here, as you might be able to see, or hear. And your fingers freeze super quickly, which isn't ideal when you're working either with a laptop or with the cards, and just setting up the camera and getting the gloves out, getting gloves off. Yeah, your fingers get cold very quickly. It will hopefully get better as the weather improves and as the camper gets built out further. When it comes to the game, I'm really happy now. If you had asked me yesterday, there would have been a slightly different story. There was a lot of back and forth this week between feeling like I found some solid mechanics and then suddenly doubting it all again and going back and discarding it. And I think that's pretty normal for prototyping, because you haven't yet nailed down a lot of things, so there is no ground truth. You have maybe a couple of like design pillars or whatever you want to call these. So in my case, I really want to make sure that you always have options to do, that there aren't like ever 2 or 3 turns in a row where you can't really do anything. I also want there to be a certain level of openness in terms of the strategic possibilities, so that it's never just, yeah, cool, metal, sword, but they always have decisions like, do I add another metal? Do I wait for this until that skill card will come up that allows me to add another specific thing to this weapon or this item piece, or to just finish it off so I can clear the board and move on with other stuff. But other than that, and how to achieve that is still feels very open. And then if you get stuck, personally I tend to just, maybe because I don't have that much experience as a game designer, to just discard everything and start over again and revisit possibilities that I had already thrown out. And that is not just, I think it's probably an okay process, but it's not always easy mentally, because you feel you're going between being fairly close to the next steps and going back to the drawing board, back to that existential question, like, is this actually something that could work? But yeah, now I'm really happy. I think I found something that is fairly durable as a base gameplay, and whatever comes on top of that, I think has good foundations.